Fire, fire, fire.
Alright, what's going on with Mr. Ludwig? What's this? Ludwig enters the collar gay conversation. Let's have a look.
Do I think Hasan shocks his dog? I have no fucking clue. I think he lied about having a shock collar. I think he 100% had a shock collar based off what's on my For You page. Maybe I'm getting psyoped. He's adamant that he hasn't shocked her. But that 100% is a shock collar, as a fact. I feel like that shit is 100% a shock collar. But I got no clue. And I think when you come in and you say, oh no, you're going to get the Hasan call now, I think like you are like genuinely pathetic.
Oh, wow.
Like you are still pretending to live in a universe where it is like brave to speak out against Hasan, as if that is not like the popular side to be on. It truly, I think, is pathetic.
Wow. Okay. So not 100% correct, but this is way more than I ever expected from Ludwig. I'm not gonna lie. I fully expected him to like never touch the shock collar debate with like a 10-foot pole. So that part kind of blew me away. I'm not gonna lie. But the part about it not being brave to call out Hasan is only like half right, in my opinion. I think that for people like me and Asmon and many other people under the same umbrella, you're right. It's not brave to call out Hasan. It's just, you know, another Wednesday. We do it all the time, and we have an audience that like generally agrees with us. Like, I don't do politics, but I do talk about culture and gender wars, so generally my opinions on most of what Hasan says aligns with my chats. It's not brave for me to like say anything in that sense. However, if you're someone who generally doesn't do this content, you don't talk about politics, you just play video games, maybe do like, I don't know, meme reacts or collabs, your audience includes a ton of people on both sides. You're gonna get flamed and harassed like for saying something about him, because he's the biggest left-leaning streamer on Twitch. That's just what it is. So I disagree with that part. I think if you're one of those people and you're saying something about Hasan, I think that's a lot braver than Asmon or anyone else in that realm saying something. I don't think that's outrageous to say at all. Yeah. To be honest, if Shu streamed, she would unseat him. You know what the funny part is? Is that the people that... Shu calls herself left, but then people call her a Nazi, so like... I don't know. I don't know. I feel like people would call her more like... center than left at this point, but I mean, that's just that's my opinion. People are calling everyone fucking Nazis, but anyway, that's a little bit off topic. There's another clip. I think this isn't even the same day, is it? I don't think so. What is this? Ludwig talks about his controversial decision to remove the Hasan video from nearly 2 years ago. I remember this. Yes, dude. All right.
Those lives live through the lens of Hasan, and then you can talk about something else afterwards. Now, I wanted to talk about that because
this is the same day.
From a video that I uploaded almost 2 years ago. I think it was end of February 2024. This is the reason why this happens. All right. I uploaded this video called Huge Streaming Drama.
Whoa.
Now, the reason I uploaded this video is because it was February 27th. I had a sponsor and I wanted to make a lot of money. So I uploaded a video that talked about really not much. It was a filler video, but Hasan saying that streaming is harder than a 9 to 5.
First off, that was funny. And everyone was right to criticize Hasan for that take. Again, I think it was kind of a stupid, harmless take. Like, at the end of the day, it didn't really do anything. But secondly, why would you do this? Hasan is like one of the biggest political streamers in the world. And as someone who gets sponsorship offers sometimes, one of their big rules is like, don't talk about politics. Like, at all. So if you're uploading a video for the sole purpose of making a buck from a sponsor, maybe don't the video subject a fucking massive political streamer. That's my 2 cents. I don't know. Let's keep watching.
I poked fun at Hasan, and then I went on to do a sponsored ad read. I forget for what sponsor. And then filled in some bullshit, called it a day, made some money.
Okay.
Easy gig.
Yeah, sure.
Until Hasan reacted to it on stream.
Oh, no.
And then the video got a bit brigaded by Hasan fans who are upset, and the sponsors not so happy these days. I don't know if you know this. When Hasan comes up for sponsored deliverables. So I took it down.
Okay. Let me think here. If I was in Ludwig's position, I probably would have taken it down too. Hear me out. Contextually speaking, you're not an outwardly political person. Him, as in Mr. Ludwig. He does his best, like, unironically, or ironically in Hasan's words, be as mathematically likable as humanly possible. I remember that quote. Which means he's trying to, like, appeal to people on either side of the political spectrum so he can be watched by more people. Even I watched him at one point. I remember that. Like, you made a video that your sponsors weren't happy with, and that was getting brigaded by Hasan fans. As we know, they're rather vicious. Like, in that situation, like, honestly, what do you do? Like, what do you do? It sucks. It makes the sponsor look bad. Yeah, like, what the fuck? I think there's a lot to criticize Ludwig for, but the removal of this video with this context isn't it. It makes sense, right? That's what I think.
All right. I uploaded the sponsor at a later date, and then I re-uploaded the video. But because of that, I inserted myself into some shit that has been with me for 18 months. Bitch move, maybe, but I also don't care to die on the hill. I don't think I was like making a poignant statement about how I disagree with Hasan's politics. I think it was the equivalent of, haha, Hasan said 9 to 5s are easier than streaming. Anyway, check out this sponsor. So it's not like a moral hill that I was here to die on.
The joke is Ludwig doesn't want to die on any hill. I mean, his entire streaming presence is not making statements or taking sides that would ever require him to defend that stance. His ideal business model is to never be on hills in the first place. Like that dude, this dude wants nothing but flat land and plains of Mulgore where he can see in one direction for miles, okay? Like, that's just his thing, you know? It's just business. He wants to sit on a fence. I don't think it's even a fence. He just wants to walk, you know? Go to Ohio, skibbity toilet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How many hills have you defended? A lot, actually. A lot. Yeah.
It was, hey, I don't want to deal with the brigading from Hasan fans. I'm here to do this for a paycheck. So let me delete it. Was it the right move to make? Probably not, but it's the move I made at the time.
I will say at least he's being honest.
It is what it is.
Oh God, I need to sneeze.
I'm not that hung up on it. That was 18 months ago. And so, because of that, again, 18 months ago, I had dealt with people who now thought that, hey, Hasan messaged me. He made the boss call.
Bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's not what happened. You can believe me or not believe me. I really don't care. But I swear on my mother's life, who I love more dearly than any human on this earth, that Hasan has never asked me to take down a video. And I did not do that because he asked me to.
I don't think Hasan asked him to take down the video. I don't. I think that leaves him like wide open to terrible optics that would make him look like an insecure little bitch. And I think he knows that. That's why he's addressing it now too. Imagine he, as in Hasan, sends a DM to Ludwig and says that, hey, take down the video, I don't like it. And then Ludwig decides, fuck this guy, I'm gonna expose him and screenshot this DM and share it to the world. Like, if you're Hasan in that situation, you look horrible. You look insecure. Your optics are like fucked. They're fried. So no, I believe Ludwig. I don't know. I don't think Hasan told him to take it down. I think What probably happened is Hasan did the strategy he always does that has worked for him in the past for ages. Show something that he doesn't like on stream and let his rabid, unhinged, psychotic fan base maul said person with death and rape and doxing and threats until they comply. We saw that with the nose ring girl, remember? A couple of days ago? I think that's what happened. And you can say like, oh, he's not responsible for what his chat does, and I think you're right to an extent. Like, I agree with that sentiment, but when this is happening very blatantly, like when in Ludwig's own words in the video is like brigading, it's happening, like it was happening. I don't recall Hasan ever calling off his fans or telling him to stop. Like, again, there was also like a tie-in from an older clip with Dr. K that hinted at, again, this is all, you know, conspiracy, but he did say that a lot of people are scared of Hasan, and I'm like, I don't know, it really activates those elements sometimes, you know?
This just never happened, right? It didn't happen on everything. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. That just is the fact. You know,
yeah. You can disagree with me and just say like, oh, Alana, I think you're being dumb. But I mean, that's my opinion. You can tell your chatters on to do something and cut off 90% of harassment, I believe. Yes, absolutely. I think that you do have some control over like chatters and stuff. I totally get it. Guy says he won't talk to 95% of the streamers he collabs with after retiring. Okay, what's this?
Now, coming clean politically, I don't know if you guys know much about me. I share probably a decent amount of politics with Hasan. Not everything. I'm not a socialist.
I can't say that.
I'm making money. I'm a fucking CEO here. But, you know, some other maybe more social issues, sure. I'm also not even friends with Hasan. Legitimately, I'm not. He's not someone that I invite to like my birthday or things like that. He's someone I've done streams with, and I think they were fun. He's a streamer friend is the group I call.
This kind of reminds me of something I've talked about before. People who don't stream, or maybe just like parasocial people in general, tend to not understand this at all. Streamers are colleagues first, like you're in the same space sharing a workspace. Friends second. That's how it is. Not every single person I've collabed with is my friend. I'd like to think some of them are, but it took time to get there. It's not like I'm not DMing them every day and playing games with them off stream. That generally doesn't happen. I just don't have time. At the end of the day, it's a business, you know? And whether or not you want to think of it as a business or not, the one cold hard truth that affects everyone in this space equally is that these full-time streamers, everyone that you collab with, depends on their stream to pay their bills. As long as that fact remains, you're often, like, depending on the context, of course, gonna be making decisions based off of business first and friends second. Like, let's put it in perspective. Like, for example, if I said something super duper unhinged and unpopular right now, and then tomorrow it got brought on, I don't know, Philian's stream, for example, and she condemned me, I wouldn't be mad. I know, shocker. Because business comes first. Don't die on the hill of defending me, especially if I'm wrong, you know? Like, I wouldn't be mad. Don't die on a hill to defend me, even if I'm not wrong, to be honest. I don't want anyone that associates with me to get hate on my behalf. I never take it personally if any streamer wants to distance themselves from me. That's totally fine. I've had people saying like, oh, you said this, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Again, not naming names ever, but I'm just saying it has happened in the past. Fruit snack are okay, ban? No, I mean, it's not even about that. Like, if I said something truly unhinged, I think it's important to distinguish that, and I think a lot of people don't understand that.
But we're not boys. My boys are fucking Slime, Aiden, Nick, the people that I hang out with actually on a week-to-week basis. When I retire, I will never speak to 95% of the streamers I collab with again. Hasan is part of that group. That's a fact.
Ooh. Not wrong at all. Chat. Do you remember the Kirsche quote? The VTubing scene being fake? The truth is that streaming scene as a whole is incredibly fake. I think there's like another layer to it with VTubers because like a lot of us are completely anonymous. Now this isn't to say that like every stream and everyone I collab with is transactional. I don't believe that. For me, I would actually argue the opposite. A lot of people I like to collab to like a lot of people like to collab to gain viewership or expand their audience, right? That's how it works with collabs. That generally doesn't work for me personally because the content I do doesn't line up with the people I collab with. Does that make sense? Like there's not a lot of people that do the thing I do. Streamers like work now. I don't talk to any of my work friends anymore. It's just how it is. I don't think it's even like that. It's more like talking to certain people. You don't want them to like get the hate that you do. And for me, that doesn't work like that. Like an example, no offense. There's probably very few, if any, snackers in here but because they love watching Fillion, and I like watching Fillion do backflips, you laugh, you lose, and like wacky events and quizzes, and then she has like massive, huge collabs, right? Then I collab with her. They follow me, come to my stream, and I'm just like rolling around in the mud and doing drama slop and calling people retards, like, and then they leave. Like, that's fine. I'm not mad at you for not liking my content. That's okay. And then you go and watch Fillion. We don't do the same type of content. So honestly, I never gain anything from doing collabs. Like, if I collab with someone, it's because I like them. It doesn't help me in any way whatsoever. The reason that I do collabs is because they're fun and I genuinely like the people or the person that asked me to come on their stream. I usually have no external like motivation outside of that. I go on Fillion stream because she's fun to be around, and I would do it even if it was offline. Like if she asked me like, oh, do you want to play League or something? I'd be like, God damn it, fucking League, really? But I would do it. I'd be like, hell yeah, okay. And do you guys remember? Do you guys remember a certain someone saying like, oh my God, we'd make so much money if we collabed together. Yeah, like that's a lot of external motivation for other people. Not for me. Not for me personally, okay? Yeah, some people make a lot of money off of that. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's that big a deal. And there's nothing wrong with that? Yes, absolutely. I just think it's cringe when you know, start clinging onto that and be crazy over it. And the only thing you see is dollar signs in someone's eyes. Or in your eyes, and then when you're looking at them. That's what I think is cringe. But let's finish this clip. I went on a huge tangent, sorry.
This is just the reality of life. Okay?
Yeah.
Connor, I'm an actual friend with. Connor, I would actually speak with after. But most streamers, I wouldn't. It's just true. They wouldn't.
And you know, it's kind of annoying that like, oh, what about this guy? What about this guy? And I'm like, oh my God, he can't list every single person. Like, that's why it's hard to talk about things like, oh, who's my favorite? Then everybody freaks out. So I don't like fucking doing that.
Go to my funeral.
Everyone's my favorite. I like them all.
We would never speak again. The same thing that you would experience if you ever worked like a job and then retired from said job or moved on to a different job.
You can't make a list because people get offended who aren't on the list. Crazy people don't get that. Yeah, like when Asmund was talking about his streamer friends on stream, and then everyone's like, oh my God, what about Emmy? What about blah? What about blah? What about this? Who's that? And I'm like, oh my God, he has a lot of friends. You get the idea. Yeah, I don't think this was a bad take at the end of the day. It's the adult life, and when you tie business into it, like, I don't have enough time in my day to, like, spend time with people, time zones. I really want to talk to Panya, but, like, I'm so bad at answering DMs because she answers me at, like, 4 o'clock in the morning, and for me, I answer at, like, 9 o'clock in the morning because that's when I wake up, you know? Like, it's hard sometimes when it's international, or even across, like, America. Like, if you're living East Coast to West Coast. It's tough, and then you have to stream every day and talk to people, so like, I get it. I don't think Ludwig is lying, and I think all the schizos that are expanding or trying to paint him like, oh, he's a dickhead, he doesn't want to talk to anybody, he's just like throwing Hasan under the bus so that he can just like detach himself from him. Like, I just don't believe that. I genuinely don't. Also, considering how much Hasan streams and how much he goes out, and like, he doesn't really like do collabs super duper often himself. You know, I tend to believe Jellywig, you know?
Oh yeah.